Hi, welcome to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman Roulette. This week we're in Hokkaido and I've actually got a fan-curated roulette this time. So we're going to be starting in the Hokkaido default location. We're going to kill Yuki Yamazaki with a katana, and we're going to kill Erich Soders by hacking Kai, and then we're exiting via the mountain path. Now, the contract I was given did not specify any disguises, so I've done this suit only. So, without further ado, you're going to notice that I've got the rubber duck out. I will drop it just by these doors and detonate it. That will get these two guards' attention. Sometimes you can get the attention of one or both the guards in the room as well. If you don't get either of their attention, what you do is drop a breach charge and detonate it. You have to be pretty quick doing it to make sure that the two guards on alert don't spot you, but once you've done that you can make your way in the room. If in this instance again you've got two guards in there, throw a breach charge in to move one of the guards out of the room. Once the guard is out of the room, you can take the other guard out using a pistol shot. Now this is where this part of the roulette is tricky. It's a case of you've got to try and get one of the two subdued. You can't leave both of them conscious. You've got to get rid of one of them for the simple reason, if you don't, Yuki will not be easy to kill. So the best way to do it is do what I'm doing here and leg shot this one. If both of these two leave the room, my advice would be to leave one breach charge in the hallway so that when they walk back in, one of the two will see it. And then you can subdue the one who just walks straight back in the room. You'll have to be fast though, because you'll have had your katana by then, but you will need to still subdue a guard before Yuki walks in. So it's very time sensitive, this. The best way I can advise you is treat it with a lot of improvisation. If you've got different conditions, like I say, you can either have the two guards walking out to investigate, you can have one, you can have none. So in this instance with none, I made sure that I used a breach charge to get in and another to get rid of a guard. I also left a gun on the sofa so that the guard who goes off will leave again. So it's small things, just keep improvising, make sure that you can at least keep one guard in the room, or if both guards leave, you get one guard back out of the room. It sounds very complicated, but if you're just playing it as I've done this morning, it's pretty simple to just work out the patterns that the AI does. So Yuki walks in the room once I tamper with the toilet, and what we do here, we just wait for the door to shut. I've got the katana ready, and as soon as the door's shut, we're just going to stand behind her. Now as soon as she goes to turn the toilet off, we're going to use the katana on her. Now I would advise you to do it a little bit more stealthily than I did, but as you can see it didn't really have much of an impact. She just had a cooler kill animation. So what we do, we just drag her body and we hide it behind this little wall thing, I don't know what you'd call it. And from there, all we got to do is just wait a moment. As I've said, there's a guard just walking off with a gun, so that is clearing the room again. It's just Yuki's bodyguard in the little area waiting. So we'll drop the katana here, we don't need that now. And what we're going to do is subdue the guard outside waiting for Yuki. The reason why we got to subdue him is because we need to exit that way where he's looking, so it would be nigh on impossible to get out if we didn't. So we're going to subdue him and hide him in the same closet we subdued the previous guard. From there, what we're going to do is pick up 2 coins off of the bed. Now just be careful because you can get some head turning that, as you saw there, was very close to catching me at full suspicion. Once you pick the 2 coins up, you're going to leave on the balcony and climb over so you can shimmy along to the room adjacent. I think it's adjacent Portman's. So the first kill is pretty simple. It's just that you do need to improvise on the spot depending on what the explosion does. As I've said, I've had playthroughs, even if I didn't get the silent assassin, I've had playthroughs where 2 guards have run out, I've had playthroughs with 1 and none. So again, just keep improvising depending on what happens. The best thing to do is just use the breach charges to have an impact on one of the 2 guards. But as you can see, I'm just going into Portman's room now. It does add time onto the route, but it's much easier going this way than trying to sneak your way out of Yuki's room through the front door. Once you're in here, you can get out of the crouch, but I just decided to stay in the crouch until I left. And from here, we're in the free. So we're going to work on Erich Soders' kill now, and the best place to start this is the morgue. So we're going to go through the garden area, and we're going to climb over a little ledge. If you've done the Sound Assassin suit only, just a general way, you've probably gone this route before. We're going to go into the room where the neurochip button is. So just climb up here. We're going to grab a hammer just in case. We won't really need it, but it's just there if you do need a quick distraction or a quick knockout device. We're going to slide down the pipe and just climb into this room here. Once we've done that, we're going to go through the door, and it's pretty simple from here to actually get to the morgue. Once you're in the morgue, we're going to take out the surveillance, and again, that's just for time's sake really. We don't want to be wasting time having to go back for that later, so just take a pot shot as soon as you get a chance, and it's a quick way to just not have to worry about cameras again. Look as it, the two morgue doctors are actually talking with the backs to us. We can sneak through this area. We can just go through here. I've brought in with me disposable scramblers, so we're going to use that to get through to Kai's room where we can commit the kill. Go all the way up to the top level, and what I'm going to do is get the coins out ready. At this point, it could be that you don't need to do this, but I didn't fancy taking chances. So what I do is I drop my silver baller and throw a coin. The idea being, I want this guard out of the way. Now, it is possible that this guard will not react at all to Soders' kill, but I didn't like the idea that he would. In previous run-throughs, what I had done is subdued him, but what I didn't realise was he was the one getting found, as a body found. So the best way I found was to actually just get rid of him via a gun distraction. If you want to bring an emetic syringe along with you, you can try that, but to be honest, I think that might just be one. It just might make it a little bit too tricky. So a gun distraction for me worked fine. We're going to use this to hack into the Kai room, and from there, if you've done the challenge in the main game, it's just the idea that you sabotage one of the console panels. It'll reset the screen, and then it'll give you a pattern to follow to actually disable Kai. So for me it was fairly simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it can be in any order, so just activate the panels in the correct order, and once you do, it's pretty much set up to kill. Once the last one's done, just leave the room, and all you have to do is activate a panel. Now, I don't leave the cutscene on, just in case anyone happens to look up this way, but Soders dies. Spoiler alert! So from here, all we've got to do is complete the contract and exit via the mountain path. The best way I found to do that is to go back down to the morgue, and from there we're just going to exit via one of the other stairwells. So overall, I like this contract. I thought suit only, I always enjoy a challenge, and I actually thought this was a very fun way to try and do it, because I wasn't 100% certain if I could do both kills, because I knew the Katana wouldn't be on the mountain path, so I had to think where another one would be. But overall it was a very fun contract to try and do. So if you've got any of your own, please share them with me and I will try and get them on the channel. At the moment, the next week's video is already prepared. I'm planning to do a Colorado roulette, but like I say, if any of you do decide to share a contract or roulette with me, I will try and feature it on the channel before the Colorado one. Other than that, all I can say is if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you're enjoying these Hitman roulettes, subscribe to the channel. This is Josh from JJ's Productions. Until next time, bye for now.